Hey, welcome back. Now normally on this channel, I tend to take photos in cities, sort of nighttime cityscape kind of shots, or the more European sunny vibes as well. But today's going to be a bit different, because today we're going to be exploring mountains, rice fields, and temples in southern China. Now with me, I have my trusted travel companion, the Tamron 17-70 zoom lens. As always, when I'm exploring a new place and I don't really know what kind of shot I'm gonna get, the Tamron is my go-to. Just like always, all the shots you see in this video were edited using my presets as well. So if you like what you see, check out my shop on my website. Hope you enjoy the video. New day, new location. We are in the lovely area of Yangshuo in China, which is near Guilin, which is pretty famous for its mountainous landscapes. So very different to the sort of cityscape stuff that we've been doing up until now. That's right. I do like the look of this one. It's got a cool sort of textured rock face. Nice colors. But honestly, I'm struggling a bit to compose these. I think I need to get a bit higher up, or I need to somehow position myself to show the layers a bit more. Because just an isolated photo of a singular mountain is a bit boring. So this is called the Moon Hill or Moon Mountain. Apparently, at certain times in the night, you can actually see the moon through that hole, which is pretty cool. But it's daytime at the moment, so we're not going to be able to see that. Let's keep going to the next location. All right, we are at the Ruyi Peak scenic area, and you can basically get a chairlift up the mountains and see some cool sights. What I was struggling with earlier today was when you're taking pictures of mountains, you can't be on ground level because you can't see anything, you can't see the sight, the mountain is blocking it. So the answer is get up there. So we're going to get on the chairlift now and explore the views. Let's get stuck in. Look at these. There you go. This is more like it. Beautiful landscape. And we're going to go onto that bridge in a moment as well. Very happy with this location. I'm generally not that used to taking photos of landscapes compared to cities. Definitely a lot more used to the London landscape than this kind of natural one. Okay, same subject, different shot. Trying to add a couple of layers. Bit of greenery in the foreground here. Make use of that. Take a picture of that bridge. Like so. That's nice. So you couldn't tell from the distance, the reason the bridge is red isn't because it's painted, it's because of these little strips. It's covered in thousands and thousands of good luck wishes. Oh, nice. Lovely leading line. Oh, I can use the bridge as a bit of foreground maybe. Nice trifecta of colours here. We've got a vibrant reds on the background of green and a blue sign. Little detail shot. Sun's actually come out. This is very surprising. I thought it was going to be a grim grey day today, but we have been positively surprised. There's a bit of wind every now and then, giving us a bit of nice bit of motion actually. Let me try and capture that in a picture. Here we are at the top of the mountain. Got a nice viewing platform over there. Sadly, the luck isn't on my side again in terms of the clouds, because I know that it's possible to get these really awesome shots where there's like a sea of clouds basically in front of you and you only have the peaks of each of these little mountains poking out. I still don't understand enough about meteorology to understand when that happens. I thought today could be the day because I saw it was a cloudy day. But yeah, as you can see, they're way higher up. So you must need some kind of special situation for it to happen. Gonna have to throw a lot of dehaze on these pictures. This is awesome. The lens isn't even wide enough to capture this. There we go, just about works. That person in white's a perfect subject with the red foreground. Got some fresh shoe protection. Well, I guess it's bridge protection on. They gave us these nice little, I don't really know, brown cloth things to put on our feet because we're on the sky bridge. And this way, I guess we don't get it dirty. Look at that. It's pretty cool, right? Psst. Hey, enjoying the video? Pretty good pictures, right? You want to know a secret? I edited all of these pictures in less than half an hour. How did I do it? Presets. If you want to stop watching hours and hours of Lightroom editing tutorials or aimlessly playing around with the sliders in Lightroom, there is a great editing shortcut called Presets, which will let you get edits like these at the click of a few buttons. If you want to check them out, they're pretty cheap. I've packaged them up into different sets for different styles of photography, and they're all available on my website. So if you're curious and you want to check out my presets or support the channel, check out my website. The link is in the description below. A new day and a new landscape to explore. We drove about an hour and a bit from where we were staying in Yangshuo. We're exploring the Terrace rice fields, at least I think that's what it's called. I do like this little staircase up the mountain as well, trying to show a bit more contextual information with the building. Let's keep going. This is a nice little cluster of things. A little hut in the distance, a bunch of plant pots, staircase leading up. Cute. Okay, this is what it's called. So we're trying to go to the 9 Dragon 5 Tigers scenic viewpoint. Don't ask me where they got the name from, I have no idea. When you try to directly translate something, it sounds a little strange sometimes. It's quite cool. Found a group of 4 ducks chilling. They all have different coloured beaks. They're not moving. Oh, one of them is slightly moving just now. Just having a good time. You know what? I've never really taken a picture of a chicken before. Let's make use of this opportunity while it presents itself. Hello, chicken. Sorry mate, passing through. Bit of an overcast, boring day light-wise, but let's hope that the landscape itself is good looking enough to make up for it. And if not, hopefully my presets can spice up the image. What I think is impressive is that even in remote locations like this one, they somehow managed to get air conditioning units on their buildings, because I suppose even if you're living in the mountains, you're not protected from the brutal summer heat that you can get in China. Well, we're not lucky with the weather. I am grateful that we're in time for watering season. So if you look at these little ledges on every level of the terrace, they're filled with water now, which is great because it makes for a nice image, because they reflect the sky quite nicely. Even if the sky is white like it is today, it's still a cool silvery shimmer that you get, which is a pretty unique look. Oh my god, this place is so bang. Not even at the viewpoint yet. Apparently the view is even better when we're all the way at the top. So we'll snap a quick one here and we'll keep going. Awesome. I don't know if we have rice fields in the UK or Germany, although I am open-minded to stand corrected. So if you're a rice farmer in Europe, let me know in the comments below. One lone farmer in the distance. I don't know if that's visible in the picture. About halfway up the mountain, still a decent bit to go. So I'm going to pick up this lady working the rice fields. That looks like a very tough job. It puts things into perspective. I'm crying out here, climbing up this mountain while this lady is doing this on a daily basis. I like how still the water is in the fields. It makes for some really nice reflections like this one. And here we are, almost at the top. Cool outfit. Very cool. Good subject. Excellent views from the top here. I like the smoke coming from the distance. Makes for a nice bit of detail. Let me walk around the viewing platform and see what else we can find. I can see that there's some drones up in the sky, which is good because that means that you can fly your drones here, which isn't always the case in Asia, especially in places like Japan and China. I've heard a lot of stories of people, tourists in China flying their drones and they lose them because they get shot by these anti-drone sort of not missiles, but I think it's like rubber pellets that they shoot at your drone and then basically your drone gets wasted. That's cool. The traditional headgear, a lot of people dressing up here, doing photo shoots, like this woman. I like that she's holding up a smartphone. Cool wide shots, some verticals and some horizontals. That's usually the recipe when I take big landscape shots like this. Take a couple wide, take a couple tight, aka zoomed in. A few sort of horizontal and a few vertical, and got all bases covered. Now it is our last night here in the south of China. Before we move on, we're gonna get a flight in the morning tomorrow to Beijing, and I'm in the park right now because there's these really cool looking twin sun and moon towers here in Guilin, which is the city that we're staying in. I saw some really cool shots online of how you can compose it. Both with a normal sort of zoom lens and the telephoto lens. I'm going to try and do that. So I'm going to try and find a good location to take a picture of them. Found what I think is a good perspective, but annoyingly this area seems to be fenced off. So I'm going to try my luck from over here. It's not a clean shot. There's going to be some distractions like the top of the boat with the lights and the fairy lights, but maybe it actually works as a bit of as a way of adding layers. Maybe I can step over here and use this nice fairy light covered tree to my advantage, but I think I need to go a bit further back first. Here we go. I'll shoot through this tree just like this. Actually, yeah, that looks quite good. I like that. And the only annoying thing is that I can't get the full golden tower in the shot. Maybe I can find an even better spot over here. Let's see. Yeah, it's super annoying they fenced off the best bit. To be fair though, it still looks cool. Okay, while I wait for that boat to move, I'm switching over to my massive telephoto lens, the Tamron 70-300, because I want to take some detail shots of these temples. Now let me see if that's even possible, because it is a very high aperture with this lens. This lens is like a variable aperture telephoto lens, it's one of those, and it's currently at f5.6, which isn't great for low light stuff. If I zoom in a bit more, it becomes f6.3, which is even worse. But what we do is we slow down our shutter speed, we raise up our ISO, and we hope for the best. Love to just get a little bit closer. I mean, standing over there would be a dream. Maybe I have to wait for this boat to go away and then I can sneak onto the platform. Trying to see if I can incorporate any prism action in this shot, or if that's too much. Let's see. I do like the fact that we have a cool framing with the fairy light tree. Actually, I think it works quite well. Adding an extra line of orange to completely frame the two towers with sort of orangey lights. I think that looks pretty decent. Let me step back a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the shots I got with the telephoto lens. Switching back to the normal Tamron zoom lens now and using this good old prism friend of mine, which comes in handy when you try to spice up your night shots sometimes. So I'm just using it because, as you can see, this tree is sort of forming a U shape around the two towers, which is a good frame, but I'm going to use this prism to make it more like an orange loop around the towers. Let me show you what I mean. Maybe something like this. I kind of like it. This always becomes really tough on your arm. Whichever's holding up your camera, it's going to get real tired, I can promise you. Whew. Let's have a look. Oh mate, yeah, that's pretty good.